Hello, it is Saturday, March 19th, 2022. I'm Chris Remo, and welcome back to the New York Times Crossword Daily Solve. It is a Saturday puzzle today, so it may be a very difficult one. I'm going to try and solve it fairly quickly if I can, because I'm very time constrained today, but I don't know how much that will be in my control. We'll have to see. First, though, I would like to thank Trash Snack, Bradley Pirtle, and, as always, the inestimable Hood Monster for bringing us this edition of the Daily Solve. Thank you to the three of them, benefactors of the Daily Solve Patreon campaign. And, of course, thank you to everybody who has backed the Patreon campaign at any level, for which you receive the extra channel on the Daily Solve Discord chat server, and all of the bonus videos that have gone up on the Patreon page to date, including the ones that go up each week. And yesterday, very soon, within a couple of hours of this being posted, the new Boss Words Spring Themeless competition puzzle will be released on the Patreon. Yesterday, the week of mini speed solves went up. So all sorts of things going up there. And thank you again. And that's it. Okay, so let's get on to today's puzzle, the Saturday puzzle. It was constructed by Ryan McCarty and edited, as always, by Will Shorts. Ryan McCarty has done a few dozen New York Times crosswords, and there will be no theme. It is a Saturday puzzle, so it's a difficult one, and there is no theme. So just pure solving in store for us today. Ready to get started? Okay. It means father of in Arabic. That would be Ibn, right? Or not? Well, I'm not sure. Maybe it's not. Maybe I'm wrong about that. Or is that son of? Sorry. Obviously, my Arabic is not very extensive. Let's just keep going for now and see what happens. Catty remark. The question mark makes me wonder if this is a sound a cat makes, like a mew or something. Not sure. Rated PG-13 or R, say. I don't know. It could be racy or something like that. Sylph-like. So fey or lithe or I don't know. What else is a sylph-like? Fly out. Sorry, fit out. I don't know why I said fly out. Fit out could be to equip or arm or something like that. Amazing. All those A's make me wonder if this will also have extra letters. I'm not sure. Is a witness. Sees or observes. This probably ends with an S, though. Currency whose name means literally round. Interesting. I'm not sure offhand. Comedian John, who is said to resemble a love child of Harry Potter and Owl from Winnie the Pooh. That's a... I wonder who made that comparison. Is it John Oliver? John Oliver, obviously, well, maybe not obviously, but certainly for a number of years has been in the U.S. doing a show on HBO, but I primarily know him from his long-running podcast with Andy Zaltzman, actually here in the UK, called The Bugle. And I listened to it for many years when it was the two of them. And then when John Oliver went to HBO, it sort of tailed off a bit, and eventually well, I think John Oliver still does it actually with guest hosts, but I didn't really find it as interesting at that point. Even though I really like Andy Zaltzman keeps doing it. I do really like Andy Zaltzman. He also hosts the news quiz here in the UK, and I do enjoy that. Anyway, that's what I know John Oliver from. And I guess he looks like a love child of Harry Potter and Owl from Winnie the Pooh. So fair enough. Anyway, parcel. Am I distracting myself from the fact that I'm not getting anywhere in this puzzle? Perhaps. More than a couple would be several. House of Saud title. So Saudi Arabia. This could be an emir, I would think. Catty remark. Maybe it is a mew. Does that work with anything? Like some blankets and bars. Yes, you could have someone could be metaphorically a wet blanket, but you could have a wet bar as well. So that looks, sylph-like. I said what, lithe? It could be lissom as well. That's a similar word. And suit cut between classic and slim. Modern something? Amazing. Could this be modern? Modern cut? Is that modern fit, maybe? Does that work? We did have fit somewhere else in the clues, but it doesn't necessarily mean it's not. Yeah, we had fit out. It doesn't necessarily mean it's not in the puzzle. Isn't open about oneself. Lies. I'm not sure. Stereotypical Silicon Valley dudes. Well, they could be tech bros, or maybe not. Tech what? Silicon Valley makes me think it'll be tech something. I'm not sure. What about this? Isn't open about oneself. Right, I already looked at that. And here we have headwear for the big game. So big game makes me, with the question mark being a pun or wordplay, it makes me wonder if it was referring to a game animal, perhaps? Antlers or horns or something like that? Hootenanny. That's a, like a, I guess sort of a big kind of dance party thing. I don't actually really know what the definition of hootenanny is. It's also the name of a show here in the UK. Jules Holland's Hootenanny. What is this? And stun gun, a taser, right? Oh, parcel, a lot. There we go. You can parcel something out. I kept thinking of this as a noun. In this case, it's a verb. We're going to parcel out the rations. I don't know. You can go to allot them. Oh, so amazing could be loved it. Although that doesn't look great with this. Maybe it is. They're issued by the Bureau of Consular Affairs. Okay, so this SV, in fact, is fine because those are different words. This would be U.S. visas issued by the Bureau of Consular Affairs. And it means father of in Arabic. Okay, so I was completely wrong. That must have been son of. And place to study cultures, biolab. So here we have Abu. Okay, that looks pretty plausible. And hootenanny. Oh, a barn dance. There we go. Okay, is that what that is? It must be. British pop star with more Ed Sullivan show than the Beatles. Now this I don't think I know. Boy, I'm not sure. It'll probably be a name I recognize when I see it, but I don't think I'm going to know it without that. What else do we have here? Oh, Levy of Schitt's Creek. Dan Levy was on Schitt's Creek. So that looks right. 21 down is fold. I wonder if it could mean fold in the sense of, bring someone into the fold, into the family, kin, or the pen, or something like that. I'm wondering. It could be fold as into to surrender in a game. I don't know. And obviously it could be fold as in a crease, but I don't know what that would be here. Anyway, like part of a dress affected by static cling, say. Riding up? No, that's too few letters. Not sure. Ottawa leader? A senator? Is that possibly correct? Disciplinarians at time. Let's see. This one doesn't work. I don't know. Not confident enough to put that in without anything crossing it nearby. Okay, less hurried. Along with the anteater, one of two animals in the order Pelosa. Wow. So what is like an anteater? Boy, I don't know. It's interesting as well. In 5 letters, I want it to be otter because I just happened to see a video of an otter this morning, but I don't think that's what it is. Maybe, who knows? Drink cooler. Drink cooler. Ice, I suppose. Cools ice. Initials at a bar. IPA for India Pale Ale, a type of beer. Act huffy. Well, my first thought was pout, but then I'm wondering what that question mark is doing. What's the pun or wordplay around pout? Act huffy. I'm not sure. What about this? Place to get a wax. Place to get a wax. And summit goal. Everest? Could summit Everest, that would be a big goal. Act huffy. I don't know, maybe not. Launched weapons. So this could be this could mean weapons that are launched. It could be the act of having launched weapons, but it also could be describing weapons. It says weapons that are launched. I wonder. Bonny young lady, some Buddhist mandalas, e.g., acknowledge of a poor performance, and Italy's longest river. I don't know about Everest. What about this? Occupied, came out of the blue, and there's a question mark again. So I could mean, with that pun, it could be something about emerged from depression or something like that, came out of the blue, brightened up, that sort of thing. Cheered up. I mean, that fits. What about this? This British pop star, I just don't know. Something often seen with trunks. Disciplinarians at times. And silent film star known as the Man of 1,000 Faces. Oh, this is frustrating because I know I'm familiar with this phrase and the person to whom it refers, but I just can't think right now. That's very frustrating. Skin-toned cosmetic. Could be nude something. I guess barn dance could be barn party, maybe. Does that help? If this were tea, does that give me anything? Not sure. I think it's probably barn dance. Could this be Lon Chaney? I actually think that's right. And there was a Lon Chaney Jr. as well, right? Oh, so stereotypical Silicon Valley types were tech nerds. That seems correct. And is a witness. Looks on, maybe? Maybe this doesn't end with an S, actually. Could the currency whose name means literally round be the won? Is that possible? Fit out. Rated PG or rated PG-13 or R, say. I don't know. I'm not sure about that. Oh, yen, maybe? That looks more likely. Because rated PG-13 or R, say, is probably going to be an adjective, and adjectives do often end in Y. So fit out. That's gonna be annoyingly obvious when I eventually see it. Less hurried. Pokier. There we go. If you're being pokey, you're being a bit slow. Word. Oh, I don't think I've seen this clue yet. Word with gag and ground. Gag, reel, and or ground reel. Is that something? Maybe not. Ground rent is a term, but then gag rent isn't. Gotta get both of them. That only works if you get both. This one doesn't work. It's a dud? No. So gag rule, ground rule. There we go. Ground rules. Ground rule here is that both words need to pair with the answer. Fold. Is it pen, actually? Because then the part of a dress affected by static cling could be up. I was thinking ridden up, but N doesn't fit there. And what is this again? Count Chocula, which is a cereal, right? I think a chocolatey cereal, breakfast cereal. So rated PG-13 or R, say, is spicy. There we go. Those films will stay spicy. And along with the anteater, one of two animals in the order Pelosa. I'm not sure what's going on there. Ottawa leader. And fit out. Oh, clothe. You could clothe someone. You could fit I see. Yes, you could attire them, I suppose. Oh, a sloth. Oh, interesting. So a sloth and an anteater, are they the only two members of their order? That is very interesting, and I had no idea. I suppose they do sort of look similar. I never would have thought to think about that before. Oh, is this Pontiac? That looks like it probably is. And then skin-toned cosmetic would be what? Oh, concealer. Ah, I was trying to think of something where the skin-toned somehow related to the name itself, but it refers to the concept of what it's for. So this is concealer. There we go. All right, I was on the wrong track with that. Oh, and part of the dress affected by static cling is bunched up. Okay, so I was thinking riding up or that kind of thing, and it's similar. It's bunched up, but I was on the wrong word. Disciplinarians at times. Well, probably ends in RS. I keep thinking punchers, but that's one letter too few, and also would be a little extreme, I think. Why do I not see what that is? Something often seen with trunks. And headwear for the big game. A safety hat? Is that? Oh, safari hat. Okay, so I was right about it referring to game as in animals that are hunted. Oh, and disciplinarians are, of course, punishers. So it's interesting that it says at times. I suppose that's true. I suppose part of the point of a disciplinarian is that they're not constantly punishing because the threat of the potential punishment means people will operate the way they want them to, so they're not always punishers, I guess is what that means. Something often seen with trunks. And isn't open about oneself. What is this? Going down the drain in a way. I wonder if this is referring to an eddy, a little whirlpool in going into a drain. And here we have, it gets bald over time. A tire tread? Tire tread would go bald. Unwanted autocorrections. Is that typos? That almost doesn't seem specific enough for unwanted autocorrections, since a typo is so much more general than that. You'd almost think there'd be a maybe after this, but it could be the case. So going down the drain, Eddie, maybe not. Back, support, you back someone, you support them, so maybe it is typos. Can opener. Parole? Can meaning a prison. Pop top. Keep trying to make some of these things more complicated than they need to be. So I suppose this is typos. And then influenza could be grip. And looks like, could be seams. More details below. See note. Oh, so going down the drain is eddying. Okay, so I don't think I've used that form of eddy, but I suppose it must be a valid way to describe something going down the drain. Schoolmaster for the classroom, e.g. Good name for a biologist. Gene, I suppose, would be a good name for anagram. Pop. So is a can opener a pop top or a pop cap? Because schoolmaster for the classroom, e.g., I think this is an anagram, which means the letters in schoolmaster are identical to the letters in the classroom. So this is a very clever anagram because obviously the concepts are related, but that also means pop. Oh, this is wrong. Atlanta-based network. TBS is a television network. Pop tab. Okay, that does work out. Okay, I should have checked the crosses here once this was filled in. I made that mistake the other day, and the crossword didn't complete, so I need to do that. Or maybe I think I saw it actually before I submitted it, but in any case, doesn't matter. Spec for a script. Gene, tire tread, and blank Taylor Johnson, director of 50 Shades of Grey. Sam Taylor Johnson sounds right actually to me. And spec for a script. Oh, Medication? Is this a prescription? Is that what that means? I thought that was abbreviated script. But I think that is the name of that director, strangely enough. I've not seen the film, but I think I've read this person's Wikipedia article, probably. I could be wrong, but I'm pretty sure that's right. Okay. Oh, isn't open about oneself. Lives a lie. I see. I was, I just wasn't getting there. Oops. So Lon Chaney must be Chaney. Woof. Once again, glad I saw that in advance. Something often seen with trunks. I see. Bare chest. So swimming trunks, swimming shorts. You would see bare chest when someone's wearing them often. And launched weapons. Oh, artillery. Yes. So artillery launches their weapons that are fired by launching. Bonny young lady. A wee lass, perhaps? Yeah, that looks like it fits. And cattle grazing tract. Oh, it's Lano, is that correct? I think so. And have we looked up here yet? Oh, this was that Act Huffy, right? And here we have place to get a wax. Oh, a car wash. There we go. Car could be waxed. All right. What I was trying to do with this was I figured place to get a wax. In other words, a wax on your body would be too obvious because that would be how you'd read it. So I was then looking for something too obscure and something dealing with, I don't know, wax seals or candle wax or something like that. And I couldn't think of anything useful. But the thing that I actually needed was something that was sort of in between. It's a little bit less obvious than get a wax, meaning in the bodily sense, but more obvious than whatever paths I was going down. All right, so summit goal is not Everest. It is what? Summit goal. Oh, well, it could be a summit as in a summit between leaders, political leaders. And actually, I think the term summit was coined by Winston Churchill because the summit is the top. It's the place with the top people. I think that's why he coined that term. I could be wrong. Maybe that's a bit of folk etymology. So if so, I apologize for introducing it into this video. But anyway, and what is? Oh, right. And here we have occupied. So it could end in ed. It's often helpful to try. Why do I not see what Italy's longest river is? That's annoying. An acknowledgement of a poor performance. And some Buddhist mandalas, e.g. Oh, I'm hitting a wall right here. This looks like Dave Clark to me. I do recognize that name, but I don't think I could tell you anything that he recorded. Oh, acknowledgement of a poor performance. I stink, I suppose. And what is this? Oh, collect dust. We haven't seen this. So metaphorically, if something collects dust, it sits. Oh, the Po River. That's why that was throwing me off, because of the. I was very confused. This H here really didn't look very Italian, and I couldn't figure out why. And I believe this is why. So occupied. Oh, I stunk. Acknowledgement of poor performance. And occupied is tied up. And sand art. Some Buddhist mandalas, sand art. Yes. And and a summit goal is an entente. So you'd hope to achieve an entente, say, in a conflict at a summit between leaders. And then Act Huffy. Oh, Act Huffy is pant. Okay. Well, fair enough. I was on the wrong track there. Once again, I think I was trying to make it a little bit too complicated. It was, this is a case where the question mark is there because there's some misdirection. So you'd see this Act Huffy and you'd think, oh, well, that means someone is upset and irritated. But you need to get just a little bit more punny than that and interpret Huffy to mean someone who is huffing and puffing. They're panting. And there we go. So this is one of those funny cases where I sort of feel as though this was maybe a more difficult puzzle than yesterday's Friday, but I had a smoother time solving it. And that just happens sometimes because all of these puzzles strike different people in different ways. But I found this to be sort of, for whatever reason, I was just more, I think, on the wavelength of this puzzle today than I was with yesterday's, even though this was, I mean, it's so subjective to say, but I think this was more difficult. I felt like it was more difficult when I was solving it. I just didn't get stuck as often as I did yesterday. And I don't really know what that says or means. Probably nothing at all. But let me know how you've fared. I'll need to look up the meaning of Pontiac Ottawa Leader. I assume it has something to do with a Canadian context. I assume there's sort of a First Nations. This would be a term, presumably, maybe in the Ottawa language would be my guess for leader. But I'll need to look it up. And what else? Was there anything else that was... I don't think there's anything else that seemed unknown to me necessarily. I didn't know that yen, the Japanese currency, means literally round. I didn't know that. So that is interesting. And fold meaning pen. So, right, I had thought bring into the fold, bring into the pen. Strangely enough, I think I said that when I was considering it, but I didn't put it in because I wasn't very confident. And I don't think I would have been confident that those words could be synonyms. So that was interesting. And then, yeah, Dave Clark, certainly heard the name, but I think there's probably one song, at least I would know him for, but I just can't, I'm just not sure. I'm not familiar enough. Anyway, yeah, an interesting puzzle. I personally think this was a very well-constructed Saturday puzzle, and it's got this nice pattern in the grid as well. It's just nice and attractive. It doesn't signify anything, I wouldn't think. It looks like a sort of a pinwheel, I suppose. But I really enjoyed this. I thought this was a fun and challenging Saturday puzzle. I will say I did think it was a challenging one, but I found it to solve very nicely. So we had some good, pretty wide variety of these long consecutive terms here. Barn dance, safari hat, lives a lie, tech nerds, cheered up, and then, oops, that is the doorbell. I have got to run, sorry. Okay, I absolutely have to go, so I'm just going to put this up, very quickly read a comment from yesterday's puzzle from Chasmart that says, an undercard is the bouts fought before the main event. So it's right, it had something to do with boxing. That's about it on today's video. I hope you enjoyed it. I'm glad I got that done just in time. Please do subscribe to the channel if you enjoyed this. I will be back tomorrow for the Sunday puzzle, the longer themed Sunday puzzle, so do join me for that. And until then, please do have an excellent remainder of your Saturday. Take care.